什么要出去？因为我看过。
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Submitted all your assignment? All assignments submitted? Okay. Now, stress-free. Okay, no more stress. Temporary, no stress. Today revision. Okay, today is revision. I will only select certain parts in each chapter. So let me start with chapter 1. Okay, again, I want to tell you, I only choose some slides only. Alright? So after chapter 1, before I move to chapter 2, other chapters, so let me know which area in chapter 1 you want me to touch. Alright? Okay, so this slide, what is a project? What is a project? A specific plan or design, a plan undertaking, a large undertaking. It can be a specific design or a specific plan. It can be a plan undertaking, it can be a large undertaking. It does not need to fulfill all these three definitions. Does not need to fulfill all these three. Example, okay? Example of project like ECRL, East Coast Rail Link. Okay, the train from Port Klang to Kelantan. Okay, so it's a large undertaking. It is a large undertaking. It is a planned undertaking because it needs careful planning. It is a specific plan. Okay, running from Port Klang to Kota Baru. Alright. So developing the Huawei Harmony operating system is a special design. It's a specific design for Huawei machines. So a planned undertaking. Okay, so also a planned undertaking. You can consider this also a large undertaking because it is an operating system. It's not a small software development project. So FYP. So FYP, is it a large undertaking? Yes, for student is yes. For For student, it is yes. Plan undertaking, okay, yes, you need to do planning. Okay, so a special plan or design, yes, you may be developing a particular system. Okay, so any other example? Okay, very quiet, huh? Okay, so project characteristic, non-routine. Project is non-routine. It's not something that you do on regular basis. Planning is required. So you have to know what you need to do, how you want to do it, what's the sequence of the tasks. You have to plan what you want to do first and which one last, what you can do at the same time. Okay, so specific objective to be met. Okay, so predetermined time span. So there's a deadline, there's a fixed amount of time for you to complete the project. It is not that you have unlimited time. Work is clear for someone, there's a client. Involves several specialism. Okay, so when you are doing your FIP, you need to have skill in several areas. Okay, so you need to have skill in several areas. So you need to apply analysis skill, you need to apply design skill, coding skill, testing skill. So in FIP you power everything. Okay, you power everything, but in real life project you may be doing involved in one or two areas only. Okay, example like coding and testing. So analysis and design will be handled by someone else. Okay, so involve several phases. Resources constraint is common, time, budget, staff. Okay, software project versus other types of project. So what are they? Software project is quite unique. Okay, I would say it's quite unique. Okay, so software project. Other types. A common one is construction. Correct? A common one is construction. Building a house, office block, house, office block, bridge, highway. All these are construction projects. Any other types besides construction? Automobile. Okay, automobile. So we have two. So what the difference? Okay, invisibility, software invisibility. So for software project, progress is not immediately visible compared to construction and automobile, right? Okay, so progress is not immediately visible. So to know how to know software progress, okay, percent completed. So we have to see your documentation. Okay, so you have to run the software and let us see. Okay, you have completed how many modules. Okay, and what are the script and reports completed. Okay, so conformity, software developers have to conform to the requirement of human client. Okay, not physical law. It is not physical law such as gravity law, Newton law. Okay, so complexity, software product contain more complexity than other engineered artifacts. Okay, flexibility. Alright, so flexibility is the main thing. Software can be changed. You want to change software is much more easier than changing all this. Okay, any question? Okay, so can you give example? Example. Okay. So give example to prove you understand the differences. Usually question will ask you to give example. Okay, because we want you to prove your understanding. Okay, constraint in project. So what the constraint? Time. Okay, you have limited time to complete the project. You have a fixed time to complete the project. There is a certain amount of money is allocated for you to spend to complete the project, and you have to meet quality requirements. So these are the three major constraints. If you have to add one more, what is it? Human resource. Resources. Besides HR, anything else? Scope. Yes, scope. Okay. Scope is what you promise to complete. Yes, the scope is what you promise to complete in the project. Okay, so scope will be another better constraint. Okay, so time, budget, quality, scope. Okay. So what I normally encounter is for FIP, when deadline is approaching, sometimes I ask, can I reduce the scope, okay, by a small percentage? Okay, a small percentage fine. Okay, a small percentage fine. Okay, so give reason why in your report. Give reason why you are not able to complete everything. Okay, cash flow forecast, right? Cash flow forecast. So as a project manager, you need to forecast your cash flow. Forecast your cash flow. when you have to spend money, how much you need to spend, and estimate what will be the return from year to year. Alright? Okay. So project manager need to be good in maths lah. Okay, so a lot of discipline require knowledge in mathematics. Okay, so negative cash flow during product development time. Okay, so this is time. This is time. So above here, above this line is income. So below this line are expenses. So here you have to spend money. Okay, so text in red. Okay, the lines in red represent the time when you have to spend money. And here, when the money start coming in, okay, you get income. Okay, so when the product cannot be used anymore, end of life, so there's a decommissioning cost. Decommissioning cost, that means you spend some money to remove the system from operation. Alright, cost and benefit analysis. So you have to identify the cost and what are the benefits. So cost, so normally you can identify many costs. So it's good that you categorize them: demand cost, operating cost, and other possible categorize them for better understanding. So benefits, tangible benefits and intangible benefits. So let me remind you one more time. Tangible benefits are those benefits that you can measure in monetary terms. Intangible benefits are benefits, but you can express in monetary terms. Alright, so increase in saving, you can specify you will save 100,000 per year. Okay, ability to save 100,000 a year. Decrease in operating costs. Okay, so decrease in operating costs. What are the operating costs? Electricity, salary, all these are operating costs. So if you install solar panel at home, okay, so if you install solar panel at home, so the tangible benefits are it can help you save the cost of electricity. Okay, so let's say your electricity is 500 per month. So after installing solar, your electricity cost per month can go down to 50. Okay, you can express in monetary terms. So intangible benefits, okay, are benefits where you cannot express in monetary terms. Okay, employee morale. So employee morals. Okay, when using the system, employees become more happy. You cannot measure happiness in monetary terms. Okay, customer loyalty. Customers stay with you. Any other intangible benefits? Convenience. Convenience. Convenience is an intangible benefit. Example of convenience. example, cash withdrawal. Okay, so cash withdrawal, you can do cash withdrawal even though the bank has closed its office. When there's no ATM machine, you have to, if you want cash, you have to go to the bank during their operating hours. After they're closed, you have to wait until the next day. Okay, so when there's an ATM machine, okay, bank closed, never mind. Okay, you can go to the machine and withdraw cash. It's convenient. Any question? Okay, net present value. Those who study IT, okay, need to be good in maths. Project manager needs to have maths background. So just now you calculate cash flow. So now you calculate net present value. Okay, after calculate, you also need to know how to interpret what you have calculated. So when you are asked to calculate net present value, you'll be given the discount rate, the year, the cash flow, negative represent cost. So the negative sign represent cost. So discount factor is calculated using this formula. This one is present value. This one, these are present value or discounted cash flow. Understand the terms and the numbers correctly. Each of these is a discount factor at different year. The discount factor at different year, these are present value. Then this is, when you sum up all the present value, that is the net present value. You total up all this, that will be the net present value. Some may have correct understanding, some may not have, because when I mark, I know lah. Okay, after marking item, I know, okay, whether you have correct understanding or you do not have correct understanding. Okay. How to present answer in a very neat way and also easy. When you do it systematically. So two project 1 and project 2. Okay, year 1 to 5, then all the numbers. Right, so if you are asked, okay, which one should be selected for development? So between 1 and 2, which one should you choose for development? Then you have to calculate. You calculate the discount factor, you have to calculate the present value, then determine the net present value for each. Then you compare. So how to do this in a systematic way is you do it like this. The question give you one table showing two projects. You calculate the discount factor present value for project 1. Then you count for project 2. Then you compare X and Y and make a conclusion. You have to show calculation. You have to show calculation. This is 10,000. So 10,000, so this is just show beside. Okay, so just show beside. This cash flow. Project 1 cash flow. Project 2 cash flow. So this is a cash flow discount factor. Okay. Year 2 also 10,000. This is 1. Okay. This one always 4 decimal places. Okay, this one also always 4 decimal places. All others numbers round up to the nearest integer. all numbers round up to nearest integer means this one and this one in integer. During exam, don't ask which one 4 decimal places, which one integer, don't ask. We are not supposed to tell. Any question? Okay, so this is work breakdown structure. So for work breakdown structures, organize activities in group. Okay, so organize activities in group. Okay, it is not all at the same level. Related activities, group them. So activities start date and end date and duration. Okay, and dependency. So what's the purpose of dependency? So the purpose of dependency is so like this one. This is a work breakdown structure. There's no proper grouping. Okay, there's no proper grouping, so you should properly group it. Duration, start date, end date. Finish the end date. Alright. Just now I asked you about what is dependency. What dependency is used for is to specify the sequence of activities. So when you specify the dependency, okay, then you can see the sequence of activities. Okay, if you do not specify dependency, you can see all this bar will be lined up here. So in Microsoft project, dependency is called what? It's called predecessor. Okay, it is called predecessor. When you use Microsoft Project, when you specify the predecessor, then you can see the sequence of activities graphically. So the predecessor is for you to specify the dependency so that you can see the sequence of activities graphically. If you do not specify the predecessor, your start date, end date, duration, all the tasks will be lined up here. All these will be lined up here. So after you specify the dependency or you have specified the predecessor, okay, then you can see something like this. The actual sequence of activities. Any question? So for project, what are the critical success factors? Make sure you have the top management support. If you are the project manager, it is good that the top management is supporting you. So manage the project scope effectively. Okay, have competent and experienced project team members. Alright, so if you are the project manager, make sure your people who are working under you, they are competent. Okay, so they are competent and they are experienced, then you will have not much thing to worry. So if you are the project manager and all those who are working for you, they are inexperienced and lack of skill, then you will have more things to worry. I think for FIP also, if you know your partner is very competent, very skillful, you feel very safe. Okay, same thing for real life project. Those who are, you are the project manager, you are not doing the actual work, technical work are handled by team members. So if they are competent, skillful, okay, you should be very comfortable. Okay, make sure you have the top management support. Okay, so that when you have something you want to ask, it's easier to get it. So just like your parents support you. Okay, you say I want a faster machine. My laptop is 4 years old, it's too slow. Okay, can I change to a faster machine? Okay, can, no problem. Then you can do your work faster, correct? Any question before I move on to next chapter? Okay. So what's the purpose of doing this? What's the purpose of doing earned value management? Let me ask and let me answer. I think we will not talk. So why we want to do this is because we want to determine whether project is over budget, whether a project has spent more than what is allocated, and also we want to determine whether project is behind time or ahead of time. Alright? So to determine whether a project is whether or not a project has spent more than what is allocated, is behind time or ahead of time. So you look at your project activities. You have to look at your project activities, activities duration. So what's the total time for the project? What's the total time for each activity? So the cost for each activity and status. This status refers to the status of completion. Alright? So you are now in the 9 month. You are now in the 9 month, so look at the duration. Okay, 9 months is until T. Draw a line. Okay, draw a line. So you are at which month? Count, draw the line. Okay, so draw the line. Okay, look at the status. Draw the line. Okay, so PV. So PV is a planned value. Planned value of work to be completed. PV is, for PV you calculate up to 9 months. So EV is the actual value of work completed. You calculate, okay? You don't have to calculate until the 9 months, because after that, some of the work completed also you count. That is actual value of work completed. So given that you are in the 9 month, draw a line. So PV you calculate until 9 months. But for EV you calculate, okay, whatever work has completed and whatever work that has started. That's the actual value of work completed. Okay, so PV is you calculate planned value of work completed for 9 months. EV is the actual value of work completed. So EV is PV minus multiply the percentage. Okay, so this one multiply this, you get the EV. So you sum up, that's the actual value of work completed. So this is planned value of work to be completed. This is the actual value of work completed. So schedule variance is EV minus PV. Okay, EV minus PV. So negative indicate project is behind schedule. Okay, because actual value of work completed is less than planned. SB. CV. So CV is EV minus AC. AC is the actual amount paid. Okay, AC is the actual amount paid. So CV is positive. Okay, so CV is positive, good sign. Actual value of work CV is positive means actual value of work completed is more than what you have paid. It's a good sign. Any question? If you want to know something else, you ask. I cannot touch on too many slides. Okay. You have any other slides? You ask. Okay. So, project risk management. Project risk. All project has risk. So how do you identify risk? So technique to identify project risk: brainstorming, interviewing, SWOT analysis, Delphi technique. Right. So brainstorming. So brainstorming involves team members. So gather all the team members, okay, and discuss possible risks. More people, then more idea. If you're the project manager, you do it alone. Very stressful, you cannot identify much. Get people, okay, let them contribute ideas, because different people will have different ideas. Different people can see different things. Okay, so you need a people, brainstorm, okay, discuss this is a project, what do you think are the potential risks? Okay. So interview, ask people who have used particular hardware software in his previous project. Ask people who work with a particular customer. So before, if you plan to use a new hardware and new software, before you actually spend money on the new hardware and software, it's good that you ask those who have used it before. Okay, ask them. Okay, what do they think about the hardware and software? Ask them what are the pros and cons. So ask people who have worked with a particular customer before you. So before you accept a job from a new customer, okay, so you have not dealt with this customer before, so you do not know whether this is a good or a bad customer. So ask those who have project with this customer before, to reduce the risk. Some customers are easygoing. Okay, many are difficult. Okay. Difficult customers are those that hard to get money from them. You do work for them, so they always delay payment. Okay, some of them may be unable to tell you their actual requirements, okay, and they keep changing requirements from time to time. Those who are perfectionists, if your customer is a perfectionist, okay, so this kind of customer is difficult to satisfy. Okay, so So you can also do SWOT analysis to decide, okay, whether or not you are better than your competitor. Okay, whether or not you are good, better than your competitor to make bid or no bid decision. Okay, and also Delphi technique. Delphi technique require the involvement of group of experts. So which technique to use depends on what projects you will be handling. Okay, so risk table. So what a risk table should contain: risk, category, probability, impact, mitigation, monitoring, and management plan. Okay, risk, category, probability, impact, Okay, so the risk, this is risk table. So risk table contains risk, category, probability, impact, mitigation, monitoring, management plan. This is for risk X. Okay. So you have to understand what mitigation, monitoring, management correctly. Yeah? So mitigation is to develop options and actions to reduce the threat to project objective. So project objective is to complete the project on time, within budget, okay, meet quality requirement and scope. Okay, so that's the project objective. Okay, so mitigation is to develop options and actions to reduce the threat to project objective. Okay, so mitigation is see if you can lower the probability and impact. So you can lower or reduce, okay, the probability and impact. That's mitigation. Okay, so lower probability, lower impact, so that all these are not affected. So monitoring is collect information that can be used for risk analysis. See the word used here, monitor, check, assess, check, monitor. It's a checking process. Monitoring is checking and assessing process. Okay, management is take action when the risk has become a reality. Okay, management is take action when the risk has become a reality. So common mistake is your answer put at the wrong place. Okay, that's the common mistake. You do not put your answer in the right place. Okay, question. Very cold. 5 minutes break. You want to go to toilet?
找我的，因为你要找我的照片。我有一个这么，所以我求未来。